ready to go. Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday the 6th of February. So before we look at the markets themselves, let's look at the risk events that are due out today. We'll start off, bring that file up for you. Here you go. So not a lot is the answer. We've got the IV PMI, but aside of that, it's as usual on the Monday following the non-farms. It's a quiet day. So just looking at potential speakers, where we got Bank of England man speaking at 8:40, Bank of England's Pill at 1700 hours today. So that's the only speakers I can see at the moment. 7:15, we've already had that ECB Holzman. It's already spoken. So, and we've had some minor detail. German industrial orders out this morning. Came out better than expected, 3.2 versus the forecast of 2. So there we go. There you go. It's very light data. It never really moves the market too much, but maybe starting positively. So let's look at the technicals, get cracking. So we have done these bearish pivot swings here on the dailies. Looking a little bit bearish where they're sitting at the moment. Lower highs coming through. Currently below the weekly pivots. Just looking through here and just make sure I've got the right time frame. I have. And then it's a consolidation. Now, question this morning really is, are we going to see a break of these lows? Just got to be a bit careful. If we do, it could just come back and just be a fake out rather than a breakout or breakdown. So we just got to watch it. It may just be flushing through. We have got the untouched daily pivot here as well. So just really quite wary of that we got double untouched, but they do get untouched double at times, so just awareness. But at the moment, I guess technically it does look weak, but for me, if I was playing the breakdown side there, I'd wait for a break and pull back and then sell into the next move down. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Right, let's move on then. Pound, similar picture here we're going to see. So similar-ish picture, a bit of a pivot swing there. It's pushed off south a little bit again. We've got the weekly pivots above and the daily pivot sitting above there in the same sort of similar-ish picture. Again, we could see this rolling back to the prior lows here, maybe break through, get a bit of stop hunting, then maybe pull back. So just need to let these markets show me their hand a little bit better this morning. US dollar yen, well, it gapped up by the looks of things on this broker feed, gapped up, and it's not quite filled the gap yet, so we might see a bit more of that done. Consolidating where it is. Again, we've got weekly pivots and daily pivots sitting below, so just see again what it's inverted pound and euro at this stage. Just patience this morning. Although the non-farms came out and completely surprised the markets, whether it's much of a game changer is another matter. And the growth figures still not looking good for the US. So if the growth was with the employment, well, I think there'd be more of a panic on to do something more and increase rates by even further. But yes, they might increase rates on the next two occasions by 0.25%, but that was pretty much forecast. Okay, Australian dollar, similar picture here, pivot swing, it's sold off, so it's a bit like Groundhog Day going through these different markets this morning. Again, we've got the weekly pivot above. It's selling off a little bit at the moment. It's more similar to the pound than the euro in terms it's less flat. It's a bit of a rising. It's just looking like it wants to break its 34. We could see continuations running through. US dollar CAD. Well, the inverted price action, of course, consolidation where it's sitting, untouched pivot below. I feel like it really does feel like Groundhog Day looking at every one of these charts chopping away where it is at the moment. Again, could continue to push up. Things to watch out for. The bigger picture, on the sentiment point of view, I looked at the euro dollar, and there's massive buying still of the euro. So the euro, sorry, I say euro dollar. The euro, it's priced in dollars, but the euro, we've just seen massive buying. It's continued to see that big buying in the euro, which if it's not performing particularly well against the dollar, look to see where it is performing well against, and like the euro, yen, for example, you'll see maybe some opportunities there. Right, moving on then. Quick switch across to the indices, but let's first look at gold. Gonna look at this pretty quick, same as currencies. There you go. That's quick, wasn't it? And the that's wrong. Yep, that's crude. That's all right. It's looking the same. So big sell-off on Friday, catching a little bit bounce where it's sitting at the moment. It's near the prior bottoms there. Again, we've got weekly pivots just up above us there, and well, same sort of picture of as the currencies at the moment. Although might I don't know, maybe a bit too early, but we got these targets above anyway. Same sort of idea. Meanwhile, the indices themselves, what they've been up to, it's just you see they've been continuing to the downside here. Sorry, I've got don't know what I've got daily pivots on there for. Let's move those out of the way for a moment. It's alright, my system's gone a bit weird with me overnight. I had to reboot it completely, and it's lost a bit of data and changed a bit. But CSI 300, I don't know why I'm coming down those time frames, but looking soft at the moment and continuing to look soft. The Nikkei gapped up, sold off. Again, I would have expected more from these countries with a growth potential that's sitting there. The Nifty 50 continuing its route south. Right, let's get on to the markets we're more likely to follow, the S&Ps. So S&Ps on Friday didn't really like that data, didn't do too much there, but selling off at the moment through the Asian session. The Dow Jones remains the weak one at the moment. The Nasdaq has been looking quite sharp, but again on Friday, well, it's an inside bar in the end on Friday, as opposed to the currencies that are all rolling over. The equity markets here weren't looking quite so injured by those non-farm payroll figures. All the same, we've seen it sell off here, and we're seeing it sell off at the moment. I'm just looking at the lower time frames. It's so similar to the currencies in terms of what we're seeing with these. Similar picture in terms of weekly pivots above, daily pivots above, and price below at the moment. Could continue to the downside, maybe find support into the S1 in this case, but it really is Groundhog Day, isn't it? The DAX this morning, let's just have a look. Just coming off lower highs through there. Boom, boom, boom. It's looking softer in terms of when you filter down its price action with those lower highs. It's just that bit softer, but trying to catch a bounce at the moment. I'll see. Yeah, mate, it might be breaking about. Daily pivots above there at 154.20. Now that's going to vary depending on the broker you're using, but the daily pivots above. It's the important thing to realise. You need to look at your own broker and what you're trading, because the numbers vary considerably through brokers on that index. Although it is the same index, they don't like paying the fees. The FTSE then. FTSE looking softer here this morning on the futures. Okay, we had a little chip up there, but it's just not hanging in there already down to its daily pivot. So, well, that might be enough to bounce from. Actually, on the bigger picture here, still looks reasonably strong. There will, of course, be divergence across these two highs. that traders will be selling into. Can't help themselves, but there you go. So it's got potential to push up, but coming off a little bit at the moment. Right, that's pretty much it there. Let's just quick look at the cryptos for those that follow. I just want to have a look at Bitcoin really. What's it been up to over the weekend? Selling off. So there you go. It's just curling around, still sitting around the highs overall, but just starting on the shorter time frames. You're looking at it, putting in lower highs, just a tad of softness up there. It could just continue to curl around. Quick look at Ethereum. Actually, I should have looked at Litecoin. Ethereum, mixed bag, up on Saturday, down Sunday, and down much more than it was up. And let's quick look at Litecoin. Both days down, just looking soft. Litecoin has been sort of leading the pack really. Okay, that's pretty much it for me today. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Wish you all a good day's trading, and speak to you then. Take care. Bye for now.